It's working. It's working. Hey, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Welcome. You're listening to Heartfelt Testimony. Here we are one more time again. It's 7 o'clock. It's certainly time to rock. Heartfelt Testimony. What is going on? Listen, the Lord is good. He is not slack concerning the promises that He promised us. I'm so glad about it. That's the kind of God we serve. But look, this co-host I got, come on, man, the baddest one this side of the Mississippi. Hand claps, everybody, for Kevin Grimes. Let's go. What's up, KG? How you? So modest. What's up?
Hey,
You?
I'm trying to contain myself.
I
Trying to
know,
contain
right?
myself. Okay, God is good. That's all I can say. Ain't nothing because of me.
Come on now.
That's it.
It's all the Lord.
That's
It's
it.
all God. It's all
That's
God.
it. Indeed.
Yes, and
Yeah,
that's all. That's and I'm gonna stick with that one.
you gonna stick with that?
Yes, I am.
Let's go to work. Let's go
Yeah,
to work.
yeah. So, same to you, sister. You know, you make it happen. You the hostess with the mostest.
I'm trying to be the hostess. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I'm trying
hey.
every chance I get. I'm
If
trying.
if if you try, you doing. So that's all that
Okay.
matters.
The
Some folks
Lord
don't
is
even
so good.
try.
Oh,
Some folks try
uh,
not to do. So that's
yeah. Come on.
So we ain't gonna put you in that category. We gonna roll. We gonna keep it rolling. But hey, this show tonight.
Let's go.
Not to say the other shows ain't been good
Come
because
on now. Don't come
they've
on.
been
What you
on.
say? Let's
Yeah,
go.
but this tonight, this
Tonight.
show tonight is going to be quite an event. So
Well,
for those
I'm
who
excited.
you should be,
Go ahead. Yeah, and I am. Come
you
on.
should be excited because this is an excitable person
Mm.
on
Yeah.
screen. Sister Smith,
Yes.
Joy Smith.
Joy
She's doing.
Smith.
If you
Yes.
from the
Come
country,
on, Joy.
it's
What's
Smith.
up?
Smith with an F.
If you
Smith.
with a F,
Two F's.
yeah, two F's. If you from the country, it's two F's Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sister Joy Smith is
Yes.
Yes.
with us tonight. She's been on the show before, helping me celebrate another chapter in my life. But
Yeah.
tonight,
Come on.
she is here to impart some very important information, and we talk a lot because
Yes, we
we
do.
we live around the corner from each other, down the street and around the corner. So
Uh-huh.
or behind each other, whichever one you want to call it. But
Okay. All right.
we live close in proximity.
Right. We backed up to each
We
other.
backed up, back to back.
There you go.
So she has a wealth of experience in a lot of different things.
Okay.
I really appreciate her. She comes with a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh,
Thank you.
she's from God's country. I'm gonna let her tell us where it is. And I'm proud to be. I'm glad I've had that experience. So we share a lot of likenesses. Even
Yes,
before we met each other,
we do.
we share a lot of likenesses that we appreciate and we talk about quite often. And she has a very special testimony as well. And I'm gonna let her do her thing. So
Okay.
without any further ado,
Yes.
I like to introduce uh Sister Smith, all right, and allow her
All
to
righty.
give us a her rendition of her heartfelt testimony. Uh, Sister Smith, go ahead and take it away.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the invite. I feel so blessed to have this opportunity. So thank you so much.
You're so
Yes,
welcome.
of course. As he said, I am Joy Smith. I am from the great Tyler, Texas, although
Yeah,
born
yeah.
Hey, come on, Paula.
born here, born and birth and came into the world here in Dallas, Texas. But
Okay.
because I am a military brat, my parents took me all over the world and they sat me down in Tyler, Texas, and that's where I finished out my little childhood until I grew up and I left and I joined the military.
So we have to help folk understand. We got a lot of folk who join us. Cujo or Red Raiders? Which one?
I must. Let me say this.
You better clarify.
I am a John Tyler High School alumni. Go Lions! For sure. Class of 1990.
Yeah, yes. Come on.
For sure. I gotta represent.
Represent, sister.
Yes.
Represent. Of course, I did my student teaching at John Tyler. Close about that time.
Really? Okay.
So I cut my teeth educationally at John Tyler, and I really enjoyed my experience. I lived in Tyler for probably about eight, close to 9 years. And hey, wouldn't trade it for the world. I met a lot of good people.
Love it. It's growing.
Of course, and it is growing tremendously.
Every time I go home, I get lost. I have to use GPS. Oh, wow.
it is something new every time I get out, you know.
Yes.
You ain't got to come in town no more. You can like if you live like Gresham, Flint.
Yeah.
You ain't got to come in town. No, they got so much stuff all over there. I'm like, goodness gracious.
It is expanding. It really is.
It is. Every time my wife and I go, she's like, "What? You thought about everything?" I said,
No, you're not going back. Can't go back.
We go visit, but we don't go back.
Can't go back.
So, but yeah, Joy is a world traveler.
Okay.
Right, and she was introduced to that at early in life. But that has continued. She has a lot of good friends all over the world. So in the military, what branch of service, ma'am?
I am a retired first sergeant from the United States Army, the oldest military branch. But all my brothers and sisters in arms, we are close, regardless of branch. We are close.
And we appreciate your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you do any tours?
I stood in the boots for 22 years. I did 2 combat tours to Iraq. Yes.
Oh,
back to back. Okay. Yeah. So, they break the campaigns down per year. So I was over there in Iraqi campaign 1 and Iraqi campaign 3.
Okay. So not Afghanistan, just Iraq.
Just Iraq. Yes. Did that. Got a t-shirt twice.
Look at that.
I've been to Korea twice. That's also considered it's a combat zone because we haven't signed a peace treaty with Korea. We're still at armistice.
And people don't know that.
Yeah. We have not signed a peace treaty, so we have not called it. We're still at war. It's just we've laid down and we're at armistice. So I just
they still have the DMZ there, and you don't.
Oh, wow.
It's still segregated. It's still the North and the South. Yes, it is.
I was thinking that our current president would have signed that peace agreement by now. He and Kim supposed to be tight.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't say.
Let's keep it moving. Your president. Let's not talk about it. The conversation was going good.
It was the reason why I dropped my retirement papers.
Just saying.
It was the reason why I dropped my retirement papers.
Oh, well.
2017.
They ain't that good of friends, I guess.
No.
Hey, you know what? With friends like that, who needs enemies?
I hear you. So being in the military has taught you a lot about life. I know it has. And you met a lot of good folks. You met a lot of friends. You understand protocols, you understand procedures, you understand a lot of stuff hierarchically, right?
All of that.
How has the military, because you now retired, how long you been retired?
I've been retired 9 years.
9 years.
It'll be 9 years in June.
Yeah.
So when you go to service? When you was like 17, 18? I'm trying to figure out. Like,
I joined in 95.
You ain't nothing but 43. I'm trying to figure out.
I'm gonna have to give you a great big old hug.
Yes, man. Hug you.
So 9 years retired, right?
Yeah.
9 years retired. Yes.
So how has the military prepared you for life after the military?
Okay, so that's a good question because you know my path is. Those that retire, their path is different than those that, you know, serve like 3 or 4 years, do, you know, one contract, and then they go back out into the civilian sector. But when you consider I went in at the age of 23 and I came out at 45, I grew up in the service. So that's all I know. It molded and shaped me from that young woman until that adult, full-grown woman. You know, starting, of course, being led and then moving into leadership. So it was a gradual progression, and each level that I achieved of promotion, there was training behind that.
Right.
There was training, there was studying, there was education, there was you know, learning military structure, learning military ways, understanding Army values and what that meant, understanding core values and what that meant, and how that aligns, how those two things align, you know, as you move into, you know, going from being led to being the leader. You know, it becomes a different mindset. And of course, that comes with growth, maturity, and wisdom, and a lot of prayer from God. You know, and you know, you ask each, how did it mold and shape me into who I am now? Different locations, different positions, because, you know, I was a drill instructor. I was a drill instructor for 2 years. So after I came back from Iraq, being in a combat zone, I was put back in a simulated combat zone where I'm training civilians to be warriors, because I know they're going into a combat situation, because we were still at war at that time when I was a drill instructor. So of course my mindset is different, because now I'm training these soldiers because their lives literally depend on it. And they're looking to me for guidance. They're looking to me for structure. They're looking to me for team building and cohesion, and all these things that it takes to become a well-rounded soldier leader.
Right. So as because you got people all over the world, I mean, all over the United States coming to service, right?
Yes.
As an African American female, how easy or difficult was it? What were some of your challenges that you had to face once you got there, or in your trek, or in your matriculation through the Army? What are some of the obstacles and difficult challenges that you had to face, not only just being in the Army, but being an African American female with leadership in the Army?
That was the challenge.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was the challenge.
Being a Black female in the Army in a male-dominated force is a challenge.
Right.
Because number one, they don't expect you to. And then when you do, it becomes a problem on how did she? And then it becomes not how did she, but how dare she?
Oh, wow.
Because now you up here, you know, where I am, you're doing what I can do. Because here's the thing, when you're a drill instructor, that's basic combat training.
Right.
Okay. So all of my training, even though my career field was human resources, I'm no longer a human resources anything at this point. I am an infantry leader. I am a combat leader. I'm teaching soldiers how to survive in combat, not a combat scenario, but in combat. So when I'm training alongside these soldiers that is their job as infantrymen, when I'm doing their job as a Black female, they're like, wow. But then once they see you do it, you gain their respect.
Right.
And then that's when it changes.
Right.
Yeah. It's almost like what is it when you going through when you in college and you pledging and you on the line and you know you got to go through these different phases before you are now in. There you go. But then when you all about business, you know, I remember I had a commander one time say to me, he says, "First Sergeant, every time we come to the meeting, you never smile." I said, "Well, sir, they don't pay me to smile, they pay me to do a job."
Oh
wow.
And I said, and I said it just like that. And I said, we all have the same dental plan, so you don't need to see mine.
Oh,
but that is how I had to carry myself. That is the way that I carried myself.
Okay.
Well, and understandably, because the service, I don't care what branch you serve in, it's very institutionalized. Like,
of course.
There are standards that are stated, and there are some that are implied, because the culture is very male dominated. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this right here: it's very white male dominated.
Yeah.
So the indoctrination is apparent from the time you get in to the time you leave. There are certain standards that are spoken and unspoken. And so to think about what you just stated is very insightful, because I don't think a lot of people, first of all, if you have never been in the service, you don't understand what that looks like.
No, you have no
you may have played on some sports teams or whatever the case may be. You may have some understanding, but when you're in the service and you're talking about a life or death situation, things become real clear real quick, right? So you got to think on your feet. You got to think, you got to just be ready, right? You just got to be alert and be ready about your situation. And so I understand, I mean, how many people you shot? You shot somebody? Have you ever?
Hey.
No, I'm just kidding. They pulled you good? No, I'm just kidding. Your service home? No,
in my mind.
In my mind, I didn't kill a lot of folk. No.
But you know what? But you know what, Kevin? Here's the thing: the military is no joke,
right?
Because they're training you for war. So think about what they're doing to the human mind, in that time span. And when you serve as long as I've served, I call myself a synonym. I may look the same, I may sound the same.
Oh, wow.
I am not the same.
You are not the same.
I am not the same. But I think that that's a good thing, though. I think that that's a good thing, because it's taught me to be prepared. It's taught me to be aware. It's taught me about situations, survival.
Yes.
Security. Okay. Yeah. So in 2015, our top security sent down a message. It infiltrated to the smallest units that we had to disengage our social media, because the Taliban had gotten a hold of the Navy's top leadership's information. They were coming for all the top leadership in every branch of service.
Oh, wow.
So we had to shut down our social media because, operational security was at risk. Families were at risk. Because here's the thing. We were at war. We're coming for their ace of spades. They're coming for our ace of spades.
Right.
So you got to protect that. And, even though our national security is at risk right now, we are at the most vulnerable at the most vulnerable when it comes to national security right now in this state of mind in this state with this administration.
So what, I mean, why do you say that? Because I mean, we've had threats before.
We've had threats before.
We've been engaged in war before. I mean, back. So what makes today any different than, say, the past 15, 20, 30, 40 years? You know, why is it so much of a concern now?
Because we've had commanders in chief to think strategically and to listen to their top military leadership, and not position little chess pieces on the board to fit the narrative of the current administrative in order to fulfill their agenda. Because you got to think about the people that you're leading. And this administration is not thinking about the people that he's leading when he says, I can't fund childcare, I can't fund Medicare because I'm funding a war.
Oh, wow.
So priorities are not in line with what the American agenda should be. Is that what you said?
Priorities are not the only saving grace, the only little saving grace that we have is that we have the baddest military on this side of the map.
Oh, wow. Come on.
Anytime you go in there and you steal somebody else's president from their country and bring them back into this country.
Oh, wow.
That's a bad military.
You bet. They done snuck him out.
They stole him out.
Yeah, he was snuck. He stole him. He got snatched.
They stole him.
And the spouse.
And the spouse.
And the spouse. So anytime your military can do that and your country still not be attacked, that's only because we have a great military force. And I stand by my brothers and sisters in arms. Even though we do get injured at times, we've lost,
Yeah.
I lost some battle buddies.
Right.
And, Iraqi 1 and 3. I didn't come home with everybody that we left with.
Right.
So.
How do you, Joy, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that loss? How do you deal with that? Your friends, your being saved, being able to come back home. Yeah.
Cedia, you pray.
Yeah.
Because there's not a day, there may be a day or two that goes by, but there's not a month where I don't call Specialist Allen's name.
Okay.
Specialist Allen was my promotions clerk.
Okay.
And we were training, we were getting ready, we were gearing up for a battle. And we allowed everybody to go home for those 2 weeks, but when we got back to the installation, it's time to lock in. And my soldier was late coming back to the installation, so I had to get on the horn and make some phone calls and call parents and things like that. And then when he showed up, I lit into him like Juneteenth and the 4th of July.
Wow.
But I lost Specialist Allen in combat.
Okay.
Right.
And it still hurts.
Yeah.
I could tell. I mean, when you work that closely with folks,
exactly.
There are some things that you share with individuals that you probably would not share.
Exactly.
With other folks, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what your creed or color is or whatever the case. When you in battle and you entrenched in battle with folks, and you share a common enemy with individuals, there's just some things that that well, only you two know.
That's right.
Or a group of individuals know what that feels like.
Family, because think about it, these are our co-workers.
Exactly.
Most definitely.
So they're your co-workers in peacetime.
Yes.
But they're your lifesavers in wartime.
Come on.
Yes.
Exactly. They have your back. So
and
you
so
have
definitely.
That's why it's so important to foster a healthy work environment. And if I was working in the civilian sector today, I would still lead my organization in the same manner, because you cannot function properly as an organization without good order and discipline.
That's right.
It just won't happen.
Right.
You know, people need to realize that the greatest asset on any job, whether it be civilian or military, is personnel.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that's going to drive your product.
That's right.
They're going to keep that ship floating.
Good, better, and different. Yeah.
That's
so
right.
Saida, you think you can be in the military?
Boy, please. They send me on to the house first. Now with the organization piece, I'm with that. I'm with the organizational piece, but all the other, they send me down. You're gone to the house. It's okay.
Hold on, because y'all know growing up, we had about, when you get ready to graduate, you only had about 2 or 3 options, right? And what were the 2 or 3 options? If you ain't going to school,
go to California with the 80.
If you ain't got a job, you might want to go to the service.
On to the service. Go on to the service so we can grow you up.
That's it. Them 3 options.
That's right.
Because if you go to jail, I'm not bailing you out.
That's right.
You got to sit it out. You got to sit and stay. Might as well go and get ready for it. So I go ahead, Joy. I'm sorry.
And think about it. When I was a drill instructor, my cycle wasn't nothing but teenagers. I mean, in the summertime, they did what they call split ops.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin, you might have heard of this. Split ops is where you're going into your senior year that summer. So you get to go to basic training that summer, and then you start your senior year. And once you graduate high school, you heading on to the military, and you bypass basic training because you've already done it. You head straight to your advanced training so you can go push out to your first duty station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had some youngsters. But I also had some, I had some not so youngsters. My oldest one was 42, and she was from Egypt.
Oh, wow.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, we get them from all walks of life. But, the military, I can't tell you how it is now. I haven't been there in 19 years, but, we don't see color. We see uniform, we see U.S. Army, and we see family.
Right.
Good.
And we see rank structure, because that matters.
Good. So, given how things are currently.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
And we talk about this whole preparedness. Because this is stuff that concerns me.
Yeah.
That we ain't paying attention to.
Oh, hold on, Kevin. Hold on. Let me wait, because you finna go deep. I see it on your face. I see the smoke coming from your head.
You see it?
I see it. Let me give my shout out to Keith Massey and Renee. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. Dina Grimes is on the line. Thank you so much for joining us, y'all. Here we go. Come on, Mr. Grimes. Let's go.
Because there's certain scriptures that pop into mind, right? If you talk about being prepared, right? So I'll look at Proverbs 23:3. It says, the prudent see danger and they take cover.
Come on.
But the simple keep going and suffer the consequences.
Ooh,
meaning you don't run to a fight when you see one.
You don't run to the fight.
Or you don't run to a fight without being prepared to fight.
Yes.
That one comes to mind as well, right? So how do we apply that today in terms of being prepared and preparedness? Because anything jump off, and I'm a believer that I think today what concerns me is that a lot of information is hidden, and people want us to live and continue to live in this la la land and world of no concern, and y'all just keep watching the NBA playoffs, and y'all go ahead and get your Temu shopping on.
Wow.
Don't go ahead and buy that new whatever, and don't worry. I mean, people really distract us.
That's a diversion tactic.
It is a diversion tactic, right? And these are our own folks. So I'm trying to figure out who the enemy is. Is it the corporations or is it another nation? I don't know. But what would you say in response? Just looking at Proverbs 23:3, right? What would you tell the average U.S. citizen about being prepared?
Okay, so here's the thing. Since we on the line of scripture, what does the scripture say about wisdom? The first thing is to get it.
It comes from God. Yeah.
The first is to fear God. Right. Is the beginning.
The first thing about wisdom is to get wisdom.
Yes, and all that get an understanding.
So with that being said, the information is not hidden. It is so in plain sight, like that big old bright yellow Easter egg sitting right there in that green grass, just sitting in the middle of the field. Go get the information and read it for yourself. We don't want to read. We don't want to get the information because we cool with sitting on the couch looking at the basketball game. Because as long as my Peacock is paid off and paid up and my TV is straight, I'm good. Ain't nothing going on inside of my house. That's going on outside of the house. So that's not disturbing me. But really, it affects the effects of you not getting the information and then passing on. It's so important to get the information because you have to pass that information along. This is how we educate one another. We've got to start educating. The first thing I told my family when Donald Trump got in position, I said, okay, I need everybody, go get your passports. Go get your passports. Start coming up with an alternative just in case we got to pack up and leave.
Right.
Wow.
What 10 countries accept African Americans and we can live in peace? Because that's what some people are fine here. They said, I'm here, I'll die here. Okay, that's fine. That's your choice. But we're gonna give the information. Go get your passports. Get your paperwork in order.
Meaning what? Let's talk about that right quick. What paperwork would you suggest? Because I hear a lot of things, right? What paperwork should we get together? How organized should we be at this particular moment?
Get your Social Security cards, get your birth certificates, get all your important documents, get your medical, if you can get a copy of your medical records, get it on a little disc or whatever. Any and all pertinent information, your wills, your if you're homeowners, whatever documents pertaining to your home, documents pertaining to your children, your shop records, get all that stuff together.
Come on.
Okay.
And put it in I told my son, buy your little office tote box. And don't even label it, because if somebody come rubbishing through your stuff, then they're going to know what's in there.
Right.
Just put an X on it. You know what that X stands for.
Right.
And put all your stuff there. Scan all of your stuff on your computer. And after you scan it on your computer, get an external hard drive and put it on that external hard drive just in case that computer crashes. Always have a backup to the backup. You got to always, this is what it's called planning skills, decision-making skills,
right?
Developing skills,
right?
Get a plan together. I even got a plan for my house right now. If a fire break out in any one of these rooms in my house, I know where my escape route is going to be. And I already know that if I have to come off the second floor, I'm cool with breaking a leg. I know exactly how to jump to break that leg, but not to injure the rest of myself. Try not to injure that leg.
Come on now.
got to
Sure.
learn.
Sure, at least have a rope. I mean, you ain't got to jump. Just get a rope.
Sometimes you're not gonna have time for
No,
a
I'm
rope.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That rope might burn up in the garage.
Yes,
Don't go
you're
back in
right.
there and try to get it. You got to come up with some survival
I got to
tactics.
jump.
Yes.
I'm just, no,
Yes.
no. I
Wow.
mean, it's because you talk about. You know where I'm going. Because you talk about that rucksack, right?
I talked about that rucksack.
When you got that rucksack on, and you look at that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be prepared for what that's going to look like.
Pack a bag. You know what I keep in the back of my trunk? I keep a change of clothes. I got my first aid kit. I ain't got a case of water. I got a half a case of water in there because I know I'm gonna get thirsty. You know, I got all my survival things just in case. Just in case. You know, when I was in Korea, it was mandatory because we had to jump at any minute. You know, you can get that call. We got to go. You pack an A bag and a B bag.
Okay.
What are those?
Your A bag is your rucksack. That's your let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Your B bag is your duffel bag with all your stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go. It stayed packed. It stayed ready. In fact, we did readiness training every 90 days. We did what we call personnel asset inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Where we got a call at 3:30 in the morning. Everybody bring your A and B bag in. Let's get it inspected. 3:30 in the morning. So yes, we did more before 9 a.m. than everybody did but more before 9 a.m. than everybody did all day. That ain't no joke.
That is what happened.
And they're gonna make time for some physical training.
Hello. since we here.
Yes. I mean, but all your uniforms, t-shirts, underwear, your gear, your pro mask. People, okay, they sell this stuff on the civilian sector. It's nothing wrong with keeping pro mask around. You know, it's funny that I just brought that up. I was reading an article the other day that there's an airborne toxin in the air right now in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And the scientists are trying to figure out what it is. But it's coming from the agricultural fields in Oklahoma. That whatever they're mixing is causing some type of airborne toxin to make people sick. And now it's floating in the air. It's dissipating in the air. These things carry. And, you know, we breathe these things in. You know, people was complaining about the mask, but you know what? Here's the thing. When you have been in Mount Level 4 for 24 hours, like I have, when we were under nuclear, biological, chemical threat in Iraq, that means mask on your face with that big canister right here, which is your air filter. Couldn't take it off, but we still had to eat and drink. You know, it's specially made like little tubes and things in there where you can sip your water and things like that. So yeah, when COVID hit and it was time to wear the mask, I was cool with that. I'm like, you know what, y'all complaining, y'all ain't got a clue about what a mask really is. So you put that everything on your head and on your face for 24 hours when your life truly depended on it. And when I came home and I listened to the complaints, I'm like, people, stop. Yeah. Stop it. You all have no idea what these soldiers endure on a daily basis abroad.
Oh, wow.
Protecting and serving this country. And you have the audacity to complain because you got to wear a little flimsy mask that's going to save your life and the people around you, your life.
Yeah.
So should we do the same thing now? I mean, I hear what you're saying, but to the commoner, to the person who's never been or seen any kind of imminent danger or been in any imminent danger, like should we take those same precautions right now, or what precautions do you suggest that we take?
Well, You know, get your passport and jump ship if necessary.
Right.
Because here's the reality of it.
Come on.
If we do come under a nuclear, biological, chemical attack, and we don't have the proper necessary, I mean, you know, it's inevitable anyway. So, you know, let's just hope that it doesn't get that serious. But we have trained in that serious of a scenario. I have lived in that serious of a reality over there in you know, in Iraq. In fact, I was over there when they caught Saddam Hussein, and I just knew he was going. I started packing up my bags. I'm like, we done called him. We finna go home. I'm packing up everything. And they was like, Joy, where you going? I'm like, we going
not
home.
so fast, my friend.
And in fact, we got extended.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute, come on now. Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, life is real. People need to, you know, look at here. Enjoy life. Enjoy what you can, because God put it here for us to enjoy. But there's also a seriousness to life. Yes. There's a business side of life. There's a side that we need to be aware and that we all need to be paying attention to. And I'm not trying to put it out there so we live in fear, but it's the key word is aware.
Yeah, I think that's what we don't. I think that's what we overlook. We overlook what some of the dangers might be or could be, and I think it's put us in a negative situation because we're not necessarily prepared for what could possibly happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Even stuff like make sure you have enough cash on hand just in case banks close or whatever the case may be.
That's true.
That's something that we don't necessarily talk about. There are things that we should sock away in terms of, I mean, what if I can't leave my house for the next 2 weeks?
That's true. Go out and get a case. I got a case of MREs and just like we talked about.
Well, okay,
you know,
can you break down the MRE? Because Keith gonna ask me tomorrow what that is. Keith, I ain't throw you under the bus, dog, but I'm just saying.
So MRE stands for Meals Ready to Eat. And have you ever seen one, Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, so it's a whole meal in a bag. And they're shelf life. And so they go a long way for a long time. And it's not a bad idea to keep those stocked just in case, you know, you can't, because think about when we had that freeze in 2021 where we couldn't get out.
Yeah.
And, you know, we living in these smart homes, but they shut down and made us cold, didn't
they? They got dumb real quick. Folk cooking barbecue in their garage.
I'm like, what in the world? I said, never again.
Barbecue, bacon. Yeah.
Right. You know, folk burn up the house, try to cook barbecue. I'm like, stop, man. Go outside. Go
look at here. I mean, it was ridiculous, but we've got to take these situations and we've got to learn lessons from them and we've got to build from there. You know, after each training scenario that we had, we conducted what we call an AAR, which was an after action review. And that consisted of what went right, what went wrong, what can we do different, and what can we sustain. You do that every time you train and make sure it makes the next training situation better, which makes it when you're in that scenario, that situation, now I'm clocking what I got to do. I'm clocking, you know, sometimes you may need to, you know, adjust a little bit, but, you know, I'm clocking what I got to do. So these little things that's happening that we could control, let those be lessons learned and then start preparing yourself, you know, from that point forward.
So, you know, they sell MREs. They sell MREs at Costco, from what I understand, right? They have some MREs at Costco.
They're not an Academy. I've never seen them.
We need to
I got
mine from Amazon. You bought it from Amazon?
I got mine from Amazon.
Maybe it's Amazon, right? So don't Don't shop on Temu for no MREs. You ain't gonna find none.
No.
On Temu. Quit shopping on Temu. No, seriously, I mean, go to Amazon. If you got Amazon, go to Amazon, type in MREs, find out where you can get some. I'm gonna tell you right now, right? And Joy and I, we talked about this. Hey, whatever you got and whatever I got, we gonna share that. If you know, and my daughter, we talk about the same thing. Like, okay, you're responsible for the water. Okay, you're responsible for the MREs. You're responsible for, you know what I'm saying? So these are the things we're going to have to do in community.
Yes, community. Right. Yes.
So what protective gear do I need? What medical supplies do I need? Having cash on hand. And I'm gonna go ahead. I know this is a sensitive subject for some folk. I'm just saying for all my Second Amendment folk, you gotta find your nice sidearm. Quit playing with people.
Protection.
Okay? Protection. Look, and whatever that might look like, so be it. Okay.
However, I recommend you be trained on it first.
Be trained. There you go. Be trained. Just don't go buy one.
Just don't be going by these boxes and you don't know how to use it now. Because I need you to. I need for whatever you aiming at for you to hit that.
That's it. We don't need no Barney Fifes. We don't need no Barney Fifes up in here.
I don't need
shot
no
yourself in the foot.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying. I look back. I go back to Genesis. Genesis 41. When Joseph was preparing, he said, "Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, because he had a vision, right? He said it's gonna be 7 good years, but we're preparing for the 7 bad.
That's right.
Okay.
Worst case.
There's gonna be a famine in the land.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
You know, I always just tell my soldiers, prepare for worst case scenario, but we're looking and at best case outcome, but prepare for worst case scenario.
Yes.
Because here it is. Now I'm gonna get real and raw with you. And this is how the military operates. Part of our deployment preparation was to write our own obituaries. I was
going that way, partner.
Yeah.
I was going that way, right? I watched a movie. It was an older movie. And he said, "Look, I already wrote this letter. Can you give it to my wife just in case I don't return?"
Yeah.
That's real.
And that's just reality, right?
He
said, "Look, here it is." Now he didn't have to do that, but I'm just saying that is always a possibility.
Yeah,
that's always a possibility.
And it was a reality for some of my battle buddies that didn't make it home.
Most definitely. Yeah. I mean, you don't want just like people don't want to create wills, which I don't understand that.
Get your paperwork in order.
I don't care if it's a will or I don't care if it's a will or a trust. Okay, go ahead and prepare, folks.
But I've even gone so far as to I gave my son a packet. He's got my 214 in there. He's got the information to the house in there. He knows, my information. If something happens to me, he knows I've already picked out my plots. He know I'm in section B12 over there at Evergreen Cemetery. My headstone is already paid for. Because I'm retired, the military will give me a whole funeral. He knows all of that. Because nothing is guaranteed.
Period.
That is so true.
Get your paperwork.
Get your stuff in order.
Yes.
So for all you Christian folk who sing about heaven every Sunday,
Hear it.
Don't leave your people in hell trying to get your stuff together when you leave.
Just like I said, it's a business side to life. It's a business side to dying too.
Most definitely.
Come on now.
It's a business side to passing away. Take care of your business.
Take care of your business.
I tell my son all the time, get in your business.
Get in your business. Stand in it.
Get in your business.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Stand in it.
Everybody else is getting yours.
Yes.
Yes.
Because here's the deal. if you don't tell it where to go, the state will.
The state will.
Yes.
The state gonna tell you where to go. And see, that disrupts our generational wealth cycles as well.
It does.
Oh my goodness.
It does, and they're banking on that. They're banking on that we don't educate our own.
Yes.
They're banking on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we cannot what we cannot do is prove them right.
Most definitely.
Yes.
We've got to change some of the generational norms that we are accustomed to, that grandmama and them did, back in the day, because that worked for grandmama and them.
Right.
We living in different times. That cycle does not work now.
Well, and I would say this too, Joe. I don't think it always worked for them, because when I look back and I see how much land has been stolen from our people over time.
That's so true.
When I see, y'all know what I'm saying. When I see and hear about land that's been compromised because somebody in the family wasn't paying attention. They weren't paying the tax on the land, or they made some bogus agreement with some oil company.
Yep.
And the stuff you thought you had, you don't have no more, and you worried about what Aunt Lucille do? Okay, well, Aunt Lucille ain't there no more. I thought she was paying. Well, let's talk to her kids. And then they like, well, we don't know. I mean,
but see, that's why I said lessons learned.
Yes.
Lessons learned from the previous generation, and what worked and what did not work, and let's refine it and let's make it work. Let's sit down. A lot of people don't want to have the uncomfortable conversations because they're comfortable sitting in that little soft chair. They don't want to flick. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They don't want to hear the hard conversations. But those are the most important conversations. That's where all your information is going to come from. Yes, having those hard conversations, because you've got to be able to get it up in here mentally.
Yes.
Right. There's a statement.
And
spiritually, yes. There's a part of the Soldier's Creed. It was mandatory that we recited every day. That it says, I am mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior task and battle drills. I am physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior task and battle drills. So let's take that and bring it into the house. I am mentally and physically prepared, and I got a plan in place. I got my ducks in a row. We moving here. We see how they moving and shaking and baking. Yes. Why can't we move and shake and bake? We're doctors. We're lawyers. We've even been presidents. So it's not like we can't make it happen. We're bankers.
Yes.
Yes. We're scientists.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
We are a smart group of people.
Geniuses.
Absolutely.
It is time to wake up, Black folks.
Yes. Yes.
And there's a lot of people walking around here with their eyes wide open, still asleep.
Still asleep.
The Walking Dead.
I need you to wake up.
Yes.
Yes. Spike Lee told us to do it a long time ago.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Girl, stop. Girl, do the right thing.
I'm dating myself.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
But those things meant something. But those things meant something. And they still do.
Well, I look at, we talked about this before. I kind of look at 2 Timothy 2:15, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Present yourself to God, right? As one that is approved, a workman does not need to be ashamed, who can do what? Rightly or correctly divide the word of truth. What we're speaking tonight is truth.
2 Timothy 2:15. That was part of our Bible study.
You see what I'm saying? Because how can I profess to be a workman? A workman. That means I know my craft. I know what I'm doing. But I'm not prepared. You ain't a workman.
You're not.
That's right.
We need to get we need to get unstuck off of titles and get busy with doing the work. Get unstuck with the title.
That's it.
And actually do the job.
So don't be going to church and say, I'm a soldier. Don't be going to church and you ain't prepped. You know what I'm saying?
Look at here. You ain't even got your belt on.
Huh?
You ain't got the full armor on.
You ain't got the full armor on.
A soldier is fully
equipped,
fully dressed.
Yes.
You hear me? I had my breastplate on. You better believe when I was in combat, I had my bulletproof vest on. I had my neck guard and my groin guard on. Because your shrapnel wasn't going to penetrate me in my neck and it wasn't going to hit me in my groin.
Vital parts of the body.
Vital. Covered. Front and back.
Come on, Joy.
Come on now. We got to be soldiers every day you walk out of your doorstep, you are on the battlefield. That's why the scripture says, put on your full armor.
Your full armor.
I couldn't go into Iraq without my full armor.
Bet not.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not considered ready at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I left one bullet behind, I'm not ready.
You ain't ready.
Come on now.
So why we think we ready when we don't prepare ourselves properly when we walk outside that door?
So would you say we become quite complacent with look, in America, we real comfortable.
We comfortable because we done made
so comfortable. We are.
We ain't had a war on this soil since 1865.
I'm driving a Mercedes. I have arrived.
I've arrived.
Okay.
Yes.
Even in my 2005 Ford F1, I'm good. I ain't got no car note. I'm good. But I think that's what God always, and that's what the word always preached about. Do not feel comfortable being here.
Yeah, right. He don't look at here. If God was a God who wanted us to be comfortable, do you think he's there to be throwing these curveballs in our life?
No.
Wow. Trials and tribulations that come to make us strong.
Yes. Yeah. And we,
do you think it was comfortable for Noah to build that ark?
No.
Do you think it was comfortable for Moses to be tasked with what he was tasked with? When his brothers sold him into slavery.
Wow.
I don't think Daniel was comfortable in that lion's den.
I don't think it was either. Even though
if he was comfortable, he was lying.
So why we think that we deserve to be comfortable?
Well, I think that conditioning that we've experienced throughout the duration of this country, which is a form of propaganda to me, because there is no security.
Which baffles me, because our ancestors.
That's where I was about to go.
Were sold into slavery, and they were slaves.
Yes.
Our ancestors.
Yes.
They were not comfortable. Right. Why in the world, and we're their descendants.
Yes.
Have we gotten so comfortable? We need to wake up.
Well, I think. Like you said before, we were talking earlier. I don't think we understand that we're still in bondage to some degree, right?
Yeah.
We think that because we don't have the physical chains, which some folk, if they had their way, they would probably. But that's another conversation. But the mental, emotional, and spiritual chains that are a result of that comfort, right? I think those things, hurt us more than anything else. So. Freedom. I asked my kids this question in class, right? Who's freer? The man in prison or the one outside? Now, of course, they're going to say, well, the man outside. And I'm like, oh yeah? And, you let them process that, right? But then my question was, what if the man outside had some circumstances and conditions that he had to always rely on something or someone else for his freedom or for her freedom? What if that person had a mental illness of some sort? What if that person had some debilitating conditions where they were always concerned about whether they're going to get medical care or treatment, or they were going to be able to feed their families in the process.
Mhm.
Because that could be just as that could put a person in a state of insecurity
Of course,
more than anything else.
without a
Yeah.
doubt.
So the assumption is the man outside, right?
Mhm.
But until you walk in that person's shoes, you really don't know.
You don't.
Right.
You have no
And you-
idea.
And you can't say, if I was in their shoes, I would do this, because you're still not in their shoes.
Exactly right.
Right.
And don't be mistaken. A lot of countries want us to suffer
Oh, yeah.
because they've suffered at the expense of our freedom.
But here's the thing, Kevin. I have been to countries where the school systems had a standard.
Mm-hmm.
The roles were understood in the household.
Yes.
When to buy, what time to go to the grocery store.
Yes.
It was a standard. There was no weapons on the street loose. I remember coming out of, me and my battle buddy, we were shopping in Busan, Korea. We were coming out of a store, and this one gentleman decided that he wanted to shoplift out of that store.
Mm-hmm.
And when the owner, was trying to chase the gentleman down, some passerbys also chased this gentleman down, and they beat him like he stole something, like he did, because they don't play that over there. It's very strict.
Oh, wow.
Very strict. We don't even understand how good that we have, and it almost makes me wish that it was like that over here. Maybe the mindset would be different.
Okay.
Maybe the understanding would be different. Instead of this lackadaisical, you can't tell me nothing, I can do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, God gives us free will. But when you got to pay for that choice, is it really free?
Oh, wow.
So you got to ask yourself, how are you going to move accordingly?
Right.
We've got to learn how to live by the fruit of the Spirit, and one of those is self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And we lack that.
Yeah, we do.
We lack that. And I remember a naval instructor. He was speaking at a Naval Academy graduation. And he said the first step to discipline is something as simple as getting up, making your bed every day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you get up and you make your bed every day, you have accomplished something.
Mm-hmm.
You have accomplished something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now that becomes the standard. Now that is the standard. Add another standard.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And accomplish that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what creates drive and success.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because you are conditioning your mind in that standard, and you're maintaining that standard.
Right.
Yes.
I cannot, I'm sorry, forgive me. I cannot go to bed with dishes in my sink. It will bother me. It will bother me that I have got to get up and go get that knife out the sink and put it in that dish rack, because I don't want to get up to no dirty kitchen when I get up in the morning time.
Woo.
Yeah.
You and my mama, y'all was the same. She did not play that.
I cannot. I'm in the shower. I might as well clean it on the way out.
Come on.
And the trip I think about, here's the trip I think about it, you think about, well, it ain't gonna take me that long.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You know what? I read a book. You know what? I read this book. It's called The Servant Leader.
Uh-huh.
That book is not what you think it is. It is such a good book.
Uh-huh.
And it talks about the leader being the servant.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
I think the mindset is, I'm the leader. I said do it. You gonna do what I say.
Yeah.
Don't ask me no question. I think that's what I see how leaders lead on their civilian job. That's why I never went back in the civilian sector, because I would have laid hands on people, and I ain't talking about praying. So this book talks about the leader being the servant. How can I serve you? How can I help you? What is it that you need from me as your supervisor, as your leader? Yeah. What is it that you need from me as your father? What is it that you need from me as your mother? Mm-hmm. What is it that you need from me as your husband? Mm-hmm. What is, we don't ask these questions. It's all about what I need, what I want. Nobody wants to serve anybody anymore, but everybody wants service. How does that work?
Come on now.
And it's funny you say that, because Simon Sinek, who is he's a consultant, used to be a business owner, corporate owner, whatever the case may be. He has a statement that says, "Leaders eat last."
And I did. Oh, wow. And caught a whole migraine behind it.
Yeah. So, but see, when leaders eat last and put themselves second, you automatically get that respect that you deserve, and they would do, and those individuals would do anything for you.
People don't understand. Leadership is persuading those to understand the mission, getting them to understand. It's the buy-in of what it is that I'm trying to get you to do. It's a give and it's a give and a give, not a give and a take. I give
and transactional. You're right.
Right. I give and you give me back.
Yeah.
And then together we make this most harmonious thing.
Yes.
Called a mission, called a friendship, called a cohesion on the job, called, whatever. If people are just willing to just give.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's the most difficult thing for a lot of folks to do.
Or
to give, but not expect something in return.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we become so transactional about things that we've forgotten we just don't know and hadn't been taught what true community is. And I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So when we talk about like Black Wall Street, and we talk about those folks had community. They worked in community.
That's right. Which we have in Black Wall Street on this coming up Sunday at Friendship West.
Friendship West. Yeah.
Black Wall Street.
When you function in community, then, and which all churches should, right? That's who we are. We should work in community. We began to understand the importance of what your job is, what my job is, because ultimately, we're trying to get to heaven like everybody else.
Absolutely.
We're trying to get to heaven like everybody else. That's just, that's just, at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? So I'm just looking at, servant leadership. And I'm sure it's the book is it the book by Robert Greenleaf? No,
let me look it up right quick.
Or servant leader. So we should really, really take to heart, what we're doing. Be conscious about what we're doing. And be willing and ready to serve. Be willing and ready to serve, despite the situation. Or James Hunter. Which one is James Hunter?
Yeah, James Hunter. Yep.
So yeah. Check that out. And we throw stuff out here. Look, I love reading the Bible, right? But there's a whole lot of stuff out there that's written that we just overlook. Well, if it ain't the Bible, I ain't trying to read. You better read it, because the principles principles reflect what's in the Word.
But you know what? Let me tell you, it was something so good he said in this book. And what he said was he had tasked his son to take the trash out. And when he came home from work, the trash had not been taken out, but his son wanted to do something. So he said, "No, son, you cannot do it because you did not do what I told you to do."
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then he says, "Son, let me tell you something. Back in my day, I grew up on a saying called, there's only two things that you gonna do in this life, and that's die and pay taxes." And he says, "Well, I'm here to tell you that There are some people that have gone to jail for not paying taxes. So you really don't have to pay your taxes, but you're going to suffer the consequence. He said the only two things that are guaranteed in this life that you will do is die and make a decision. Those are the only two things that you are going to be guaranteed to do in this life. Because you made the decision not to pay them taxes. And son, you're going to suffer the consequences because you made the decision not to take that trash out before I got home from work. And I said, you know what? That is right. Because you're going to make the decision to turn that alarm clock off when it go off in the morning, or you're going to let it keep going on like a little cuckoo bird. You're going to make a decision on if you're going to get up out the bed at 6:30, you're going to get out the bed at 7 o'clock. You're going to make a decision on if you're going to brush your teeth, if you're going to roll, holler breath that day.
Right.
You're going to make a decision. But the point I'm making is either way it goes, you are going to make a decision. Your kids are going to make a decision. It is so important to talk to them about the decisions that they make and the consequences that come behind those decisions, because a decision will produce a consequence, whether it's a positive or a negative. It will produce a consequence. So the decision that you make produces a consequence that affects you or the person next to you. It is so important that we understand what is the scripture that he says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind?
Yeah, that's Romans.
Yes.
Romans 12.
We've got to, I understand, and Kev, I get it. People are tired. They're mentally tired. They're physically tired. They're worn out. They don't have any other options. They don't know which way to go with it. Right. We got those people that just say, I don't care.
Oh, wow.
How do we reel those people back in?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that we've got to touch, because they've got something, but somewhere along the way, something traumatic happened that injured them mentally. Right. And they're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck because they're not motivated. They're stuck because they don't want to do it. They're stuck because they're angry and they choose not to move. Come on. I mean, but we've got to reach these people, and we've got to climb.
Well, I'll say this. I think we start by having shows like Heartfelt Testimony. So, but that's one way. I mean, we talk about a lot of stuff that that's pertinent, like tonight, and having you on tonight and having other guests on tonight to talk about. Because some folk don't know they in certain situations unless somebody informs them. I never knew.
Yeah, that's true.
So this right here is one avenue, and of course the things we do at church, like y'all do at Friendship West with the Black Wall Street Sunday or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. We gotta learn. We gotta be creative in how we reach folks, and not allow people to feel like they're doing stuff by themselves.
Right. Or that they feel like the world is so big that their one little vote won't make a difference. Oh, it won't hurt if I don't vote. Right. It won't make a difference. It makes a difference.
Because here it is. If it don't vote, then why they try to change the redistricting laws?
Oh my gosh.
Why are you concerned about redistricting if it don't work?
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, just look at. But just look at how small the double standard is. Here it is. You had this racist of a guy named Charlie Kirk,
right,
that passed away. But what does Donald Trump do? He puts the flag at half-staff for him.
Come on.
But we had a powerhouse like Jesse Jackson leave up out of here.
Come on now.
That flag waving high just high and mighty, flag waving. And look what Jesse Jackson contributed.
Charlie Kirk ain't no more than Captain Kirk. So I'm trying to feel.
Or Captain Crunch. Let's call it what it is.
But again, that's the double standard. But you got to weed through that, and you got to give credit where credit is due. And you sometimes you got to celebrate and venerate your own people. And I've always been, You know, I've always been a believer in that. You got to take care of your own folk as well.
You
So
got to. And another thing, I want my people to understand, why are we celebrating July the 4th, 1776? If you
watch
read
out.
history,
Well,
we weren't free.
No.
we were still
matter of fact,
enslaved.
that was like the
Not
beginning
in
of us not
July.
being free.
Right. And I think we were only 1/5 of a person, 3/5 of a person then.
3/5 in
Come
person.
on.
I think we were
Hey, it's still fought in the war. It have fought in every war.
that part. But my point is, look at the history of this nation. We didn't receive our freedom until June 19th, in Texas anyway, 1863, everybody else, but 1865 here in Texas.
Yeah.
But we hardly ever celebrate Juneteenth the way we get down with July the 4th.
And I would venture to say that we really were not full citizens until about the early 1970s.
Yeah,
Because you had stuff like voting rights acts that were not that were suppressing our votes.
and you do know there's legislation up there now where he's trying to push through the Supreme Court, Texas Supreme Court, to undo the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Exactly right. So the question is, how free are we? Just because you're able to take your free self down to Sewell, Cadillac, and get you, that ain't freedom.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's more bondage than anything else.
That's
That's another conversation we'll have at a later date.
My
But
people
we
perish from lack of knowledge.
That's it. We talked about that last week, Jose. We talked about that last week.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to really be prepared for those things that are happening, and just be smart, and just be smart about. This has been some good stuff. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's just been good. Joy, thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, but to end it all, Joy. To
Okay,
end it all. What if you're gonna do those top three things for us to do to get things in motion, as far as being prepared for the upcoming, for what really is happening right now? What are those three top things that we should just be? I heard you say passport, but are there three more things that we need to be prepared for, being just get?
Yes, I sit down with your family and come up with a plan.
Oh wow, that's good.
You gotta have a plan. Whatever that looks like for your household in the future, moving forward. And everybody's got to be in the know of the plan, and make it a realistic plan. Don't set goals so unrealistically that you cannot achieve them, and then say, "I told y'all it wasn't gonna happen." Well, you done set yourself up for failure.
Come on now, come on.
Don't do that. Have realistic conversations, set realistic plans and realistic goals. Get your paperwork in order, passports, birth certificates, shop records if you have those. Put all those things in one location. Put them on your computer. Put them on an external hard drive, because computers crash. The first thing that the enemy loves to attack is our communications. So when they start shutting this mess down, you still got your information on your little external hard drive.
Come on now.
Stop putting your business out there please stop putting your business out there on social media, people, because it can get into the wrong hands. And the enemy, I look at it from a military mindset, so I'll say the enemy. It can get into the enemy's hands. But please be careful with what you share. And here's the thing: receive the information, but also go research the information. Because somebody can tell you anything, and they can make it sound so good, but still go and research. I'm HR. That's all I do is research.
Right.
Research the information. I always tell my soldiers when they would ask me, First Sergeant, can you do? I want you to tell me what the regulation said first. Go find it in the regulation. If you don't understand it, then bring it back and then we'll break it down together. But my goal is to help you to understand.
Right.
We've got to communicate with our families, with our communities, with our young people in a way that communication bridges the gap.
Okay.
You know, we've got to have these conversations with our children.
Right.
You know, my mom and them grew up in the era of, you know, what happens in this house stays in this house. And then when you was in the house, did nobody talk to each other? So communication still wasn't happening. So it's time to talk now, okay?
Okay.
It's time to talk. Let's change the narrative. That may have worked for them, and it still didn't work for them because now they're seeking knowledge that they should have gotten years ago.
Come on now.
So let's have these hard conversations about what does survival look like for us.
Take care of your finances.
Take care of. Well, get some finances first. I need
whatever you got. I don't care if it's $2 in the piggy bank.
Financially disciplined with that. Please, yes, financial discipline. That is where they will hit. You know what? The enemy ain't got to come with bombs. They ain't got to come with weapons. They can hit you in your pocketbook.
As a matter of fact, that's where they're going to start.
That's where they've already started. Because you see, Donald Trump has already moved some of the budget from child care. That's the state's responsibility now. That's no longer the federal government's responsibility because I'm trying to fund this war over here.
Man.
So we getting hit in the pocket globally and economically at home. So we've got to be smart about how we go about surviving in the United States under this administration. And people, please pray. Pray, please. That's number one.
Yeah.
Pray.
Look to the hills. Seek the Lord first.
Look to the hills. Yes. There was.
Lean not onto your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge Him.
You have to. I get it. Some things are out of our control, but whatever is in your control, control it.
Control it as much as possible. Control it.
And ain't nothing wrong with keeping a box of M95s on hand too. The
mask. Hey, that's a part of the problem. I'm sorry, that's a part of it. That's a part of it.
I keep some in the car. I keep some. I got a whole box. I got a first aid kit in my pantry, and I got one in the car. Since I'm CPR certified, I got my mask in the car, and I keep one here because I never ever know where I might have to render first aid to somebody. I've always kept those skills refreshed. So whatever skills that you have, refresh them. Whatever skills that you want, develop them. Research.
Yeah.
That's how you build yourself. That's how you build yourself, and that's how you build those that are coming up behind you. It's okay to enjoy life, but there's a business side to life too that we got to take care of business.
That's right. I believe that. That's our show, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. Come on, Kevin. What's your last and final comment about Joy?
I appreciate Sis Smith for coming on tonight. She has given us a wealth of information, and we got to glean it, and we got to take it to heart, and we got to practice what she's told us tonight. She's gonna come back again to give us some more information. My thing is, just don't be a hard fighting soldier on the battlefield. You better be a hard fighting soldier. Every day that you live, prepare yourself for what could possibly happen.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. Walk the Bible says we ought to walk circumspectly.
Yes.
Situational awareness.
That means look to the front, the back, and both sides.
We called it 5 and 25. We wouldn't step out our vehicle till we scanned 5 meters to the front, and 25 meters out that way.
Yes.
5 meters till you 6 o'clock.
Yes. That's the Lord. People think stuff ain't the Bible. All of it's biblical, right?
Right.
So
it is. It is.
I kid you not. So we have to make sure that we do those things. But there's been a time well spent, and because we're not constrained like we used to be, we can go for. But that's our show for tonight. And Sister Johnson, go ahead and close us out. And I appreciate you, sister, for showing up tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And keep on doing what you do. And again, we appreciate your service and others like you who have served this country and who continue to serve.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Continue to serve.
Yes. Pray for my brothers and sisters that are still out there on the battlefield. That's a hard job.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, Kevin, I'm gonna get you to pray, but let me just keep my shout out to everybody that's on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I see you, Connie Williams. I see you in the morning if the Lord says the same on the bowling alley. And also to Keith Massenman, you are my friend, along with his beautiful wife, Renee. And whoever else is on, if I can't see, y'all saw James Sherwood a few minutes ago. Of course, Dina Grimes is on the line. Thank God for her. Yes. Yeah, we are grateful for everybody. We hope that what you are ready and prepared for those things that are going forward, and that you will look to the hills from which cometh your help. Your help comes from God. So stay focused on Him. All right. That's our show for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time on Heartfelt Testimony. We will see you.